Helping Candace, a speculative assessment of the Charlie Kirk conspiracy. As the public slowly figures out this Freemasonic ritual, two main questions have emerged. Number one, why would they fake Charlie's death? Judging by several evident factors, Charlie had quite a special life, maybe even from birth. For those unfamiliar with the way intelligent societies work, let me describe the oddness of his career this way. When you are the genuine article, the real deal, they don't let you anywhere near groups of people that you could influence. I happen to know this firsthand. For Charlie to have such privileged access, for years at countless universities and institutions, doesn't make him look real. He does not seem to have been organic. I am not saying he wasn't, he just doesn't appear to have been. If I walk onto a college campus anywhere in the world to speak or teach, the international satanic network will use their local people to correct my access or influence there. That, or they will have plants there to surveil or interact with me due to constant monitoring of my communications. If you're someone like Charlie, judging by the images you see of him flashing frankest hand signs, you're playing the game, and when you play the game you have to follow the rules. So here's one reason. In the course of the political state of Israel losing the approval of the world, Charlie had begun to stick out and look silly due to his pro-Israel stance. When he did begin to publicly oppose Netanyahu, it caused big problems. When it comes to the satanic donor class, folks like Rothschild, either you choose the money or you go off and tell the truth to whoever will listen, but you can't have both. So when Charlie didn't want to look stupid anymore due to Israel, they probably came to him with an offer he couldn't refuse, saying, "Look, you accepted our money and we built you up. You are not karmically allowed to use Turning Point against us. And in addition, we have solid blackmail on you. However, if we retire your character, faking your death and putting you in witness protection, both our problems go away. You worked hard, Charlie. Take a couple of years off." End quote. All right, now, here's a possible reason too. Civil war in America. These guys, the Frankist Bergs and Steins, often referred to as Nazis, are obsessed with sparking things up. Remember that old Jesuit motto of setting the world on fire? I can think of a few places where we've literally seen that lately. For civil war, they need polarized division. That's why they blamed a trans activist for Charlie's death. Someone like the blue hair anarchists that were famous for arguing with Charlie would be perfect, since fans of Charlie already don't like them. They need two strong and ignorant sides to make a civil war. I could go into more motives of the hoax, like how it teaches young people what happens to articulate public dissenters. I could go into how it was an open threat and a warning to a couple of very popular conspiracy podcasters, but my fingers grow tired. Let's skip to the rub. There's a second, more important question. How about, is Charlie even alive? I have good news and bad news for Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, and the rest of the bunch. The good news is that Charlie didn't die when you both say you believe he died. The bad news is that the ritual might not have ended when they put him in that vehicle and sped away. You see, Charlie may have been double-crossed and ended up in a pine box the day of the hoax. When they first came to Charlie and proposed faking his death, they likely never had any intention of putting him in witness protection at all. Remember I said, you play CIA games, you get CIA rules. Theoretically, if Charlie did agree to go along with tricking the public, this would have lowered God's protection of his life, allowing the Jesuits the opportunity to get rid of him entirely. I do feel this is the most likely scenario. They probably said to each other, "This one's got too much spirit and way too much time left on the clock. We can't just leave him out there." Folks, I think he may have met his end at some point within 24 to 48 hours after the public hoax. Of course, there's so much to this thing. I only meant to scratch the surface and begin the discussion with this video.